Good morning. Wow, we are live on YouTube. This is Charlie Live, and we are ready to get the show going. Good morning, Drake. How are you?
I am doing great this morning. I haven't even got in on my first rip yet, so I'll do that right away. Just been tinkering around and looking for a new kind of like a backpack sprayer type thing. I need to have a pump that's not submersible that I can utilize so that I can spray my Jadam ferments and inputs indoors. So looking for one of those.
That's very interesting. I did want to talk about pumps. I'm so glad you brought that up. Let's talk about that, about some pumps after we take a rip, because my husband was actually talking about that because he came in the other night and shared some news about Monsanto. So let's take a rip. Let's say hi to chat, and then let's talk about backpack sprayers and what you're looking at, and then let's go into that. Good morning, Dee. How are you? Let's get all the links out. And if you're hanging out with us, make sure you have live chat up and not top chat. And I'm going to make sure we share it over into our Discord as well. And if you haven't joined our Discord, make sure you get over there to our Discord. Let me put that link in chat. Drake, did I leave anything else out this morning?
Just that we should fire up right now.
Yes, we need to, definitely. Hope everybody's smoking out there with us. What y'all got? What y'all smoking on this morning?
Yes, please tell us. Got the Cushman's Animal Sorbet over here. Might even going on some comatose after.
Okay, there's one link in chat there. That is the Discord link. That will last for 7 days. So anybody that would like to join our Discord, we have a whole bunch of free information over there for you guys about natural farming and specifically in Jadam. And we can keep in touch with you over there if you got any questions. It's a very nice place to hang out afterwards. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Salty. Hello, Miss River. How are you? What's going on? What's going on? How are you all this morning? Got an amazing chat already. Drake, did you share it out to Instagram? I did not share it out to Instagram, and I just forgot to put it in Discord while I was over there. Share that out.
I topped up my coffee.
Good job.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Got to have that coffee going.
That count?
Okay, sharing it out in Discord. There we go. Share it in Discord. Enter. There we go. And over in Instagram, get all the shares out there. Please, everybody, if you will, please like, subscribe, and hit that thumbs up and help us get those notifications out. There we go. Got it on Instagram. Oops.
Nice. Beat me to it.
Nope, I did the wrong one.
Didn't beat me to it.
I did one and then I didn't do it. Dang it.
Whoops.
My thing's not letting me do the paste thing
Whoopsie
now.
doodly.
There you go. Wrong one. There we go. Got one. Okay. I put it in our Discord. Just put in Lemon Hoko's Discord. Also, there's an amazing Discord. We hang out over on Lemon Hoko's as well. There we go. Okay. Now we can finally have a dab. We got all the links out. We got everything ready. We're ready to go, right, Drake? Finally?
Wait, let's do it. Let's
get this dab under the way. Mushroom chocolate from Dragonfly. Yes. Isn't that awesome? I love their cocoa with the mushrooms in it. It is amazing. I'm out right now. I need to re-up on that. Need to re-up.
Yeah, so do I.
I have a small little jar, a little travel jar that I've traveled with, and there's some in that. I'm saving that for those major needy times. And I got my awesome glass Miss Cassie gave me. I got my cocoa in here today. I do have some mushrooms in here. I have a mushroom blend in here. I picked up a mushroom blend here, and I've just been kind of throwing that in off the side while I'm out of my Dem Pure one. Token Pirate, good morning. Good morning. Cheers, Grace Sun. How are you? Welcome. I am going to take a dab here, and I am also going to copy this link. So if any of you in chat would like to join us this morning up on the panel, we're just going to be hanging out, chilling and chatting. And we're going to talk about backpack sprayers here in a minute, as soon as I take a rip. And microbes, because guess what? Oh my gosh. My husband comes into the bedroom the other night. He says, guess what Sagenta's doing? And I'm like, what? Or Montesano, one of the two. I can't remember which one he actually said. I think Montesano might have been. I can't remember. And he's like, guess what they're doing? I'm like, what? He's like, they're putting microbes on seeds. And they're probably going to try and patent it. I'm like, really? So did you hear about that, Drake?
Good luck.
I know.
First time they heard about putting microbes on seeds. No, it's whatever, as long as it's spreading. I'm curious.
Well, you can apply it, right? So so think about so remember the way to make that dry JMS stuff with the grains? That would be similar, right? It'd have to be that simple. It's got to be that simple remember, and also talking about putting the minerals on it and packing it with the clays and stuff. Remember, also they treat the seeds, the outer layer. Similar, right? Wouldn't that be the same thing?
I'm not educated enough to say how precisely similar those two things would be. I think relatively close, just from my understanding. But same with like doing we do either JMS soak 1 to 4 for 3 minutes, or we do our leaf mold soil raw in soft water, 10 grams to.
We already have microbes on seeds. I know, right, John?
There's some amount of
microbes. They're born with microbes, baby.
Hey, that's actually
Big, you finally made an episode. Hello. Big's always commenting. I missed it again. Wake
well, you got it this time.
Let's do this.
You got it this time.
Yay!
Yeah, some of those microbes or some of those beans that come pre-microbed, you may actually want to be removing some of those and re-inoculating with healthy microbes. You never know how some people are handling those seeds, and especially when we start getting to more large scale. And with the cover crop we used, we definitely did our disinfectant, our Jadam sulfur disinfectant, and went through the ringer and then soaked them in the leaf mold soil and re-inoculated them with the good microbes and sent them off into the yard to go grow for us and be our base fertilizer.
Yeah, it could be like the greenhouse seeds where they covered them in paper mache. They also cover them in clay and stuff too.
Yeah, we've been talking about that a little bit on the back end, and it'd be cool to do that for as well.
I don't know who was it did it, either Gray Wolf, but I do remember one of them doing that. And there are pre-treated seeds already out in the market. There's already, as if you've been and bought some of your even
West Coast seeds, most of those
even your vegetable seeds have coating on some of those if you don't buy organic ones. Yeah. Very interesting. Some secret formula. I know, huh? Always trying to come up with that secret formula so they can make money off of it. It's all about money. If it wasn't about making money, it would, it wouldn't be there, but that's okay. We'll continue to spread news for free. Cheers, everybody. Have an amazing day. I hope you're having an amazing day. I hope you're all happy, high, and healthy.
Hells yeah. You got it, Tara. Well, I hope you get nice and elevated off of this rip. I don't even think I've pestered you to find out what you were smoking. So I'll have to sit back and wait and see. We'll have to use your facial expressions to define.
This is the last of my lemon. This is the last of it.
This is the last lemon. Oh my goodness.
I have like one dab left of it.
Bittersweet. Yeah, the secret sauce, D, exactly. The secret sauce.
Woo! Did I put the Zoom link out for you guys to join if anybody wanted to join? I can't remember if I did that.
Yeah, pop on. See some gardens. D, how's the garden looking?
Jump on, show your grow, take a dab with us, have a smoke, show us some flowers, show us your rig.
Make sure you're on live chat, not top chat, so you're not getting filtered out. But if you want to be filtered out, you can remain on top chat. You don't have to. Please like, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff. And thanks for joining in. We see lots of you and some new faces. Cheers, D. Cheers, Moongate Climber. Salty, what's good? John, Big Moans, Keeper of the Strains, Gray Sungrown. How is it rocking? Pembina River. I know we keep messing that one up, but that's okay because we appreciate you being here no matter how fucking poorly we say your name and no matter what way we come up with to fucking say it. That's okay because we love all you. It's great.
We love you.
Funny farm.
Let's talk about backpack sprayers. So spraying microbes, right? So this is like this is kind of the question. So in the future, obviously, so if they're, into the microbe thing, we sell pumps to the fertilizer and chemical companies to inject into big freaking 100,000 acre farms. How are they going to apply microbes? What are they going to do? How are they going to do it, Drake? Like, how can these big farms move over to this? So you're looking at a backpack sprayer. We can talk about for small farmers. Let's talk about what you're going to be applying it. And then let's talk about how they could probably move over into thousands and thousands of acres. So what are you looking at right now?
Multitude of ways. A great way overall, and like off of like one of the demonstration farms that Young Sang has on Nature's Always Right YouTube channel, I believe. So shout out, lots of really good episodes there. But yeah, on the demonstration farm there, and that's now, a little bit bigger. We're talking like close to acre, 2 acre kind of style. A system for having drip irrigation, right? Just being able to have steady drip, and there's a certain time frame in which is best that things can be applied overall. So that's what I would like to work towards for my property here and for one of the sections out at the farm next season. We'll see how we go on that. Until we do so, I've mentioned the backpack sprayer. In the context I mentioned it to you prior is for indoors because I need to start getting more, let's say, automated, I suppose, a little bit less hands-on and just less room for error. Right now, hand watering in my large beds, it's nice because I get in there and I look, but I also do that, anyways, without having to get my dirty little hands and, get too deep into the beds. So with the 1 gallons, I have to kind of, go rather deep into the back corner. The way my room is set up, I can't get to every single side. I would prefer to have a wand and a pump. That's my plan for the indoor, to have technically a backpack sprayer or something of the same sorts where the water doesn't actually go through the pump. That's the big thing we want. Because with lots of these pumps, and kind of as you bring up with the large scale where you have, like, if for anyone that doesn't know, like Tara's husband herself, that's what she's saying. They have these very large scale pumps that are set up for doing very fine tuned increments of different fertilizers, generally synthetics, and they have to, dose a very specific amount per 50,000 gallons of water. And if you mess it up just a little bit, it can mess your whole farm up. So it's got to be very specific and very precise and very powerful. In turn, the very powerful doesn't work so well for living organisms. Works great for synthetics, not so much for living organisms. Usually it'll just rip them all to pieces with a lot of these pumps. So that's what we're trying to avoid. So indoors, I want a sprayer that in most backpack sprayers, you don't have liquid going through the pump, so that I can just hook it up to my wand, go out there, apply as I need to, and then rinse through with water after and water everything in deeply. Outdoors, I've already got a couple. I've got the, shout out to Petra. They've worked well with us. And if there's ever any hiccups, they're quick to customer service. And I see a few people in the industry using them. They've got multiple sizes, but we've been using the Petra. Got 2 of the 6500, so that's a 6.5 gallon spray unit. It can be used as a backpack, but as you can imagine, it's a pretty cumbersome unit, so it does come on a stand with wheels. It's got a option for a shorter lead, a lead that's not on a roll, lead being hose, or a 100-foot hose on a roll. That's what we got just to make our life easy. Keep in mind that you really want to run a lot of water through after so that there's none of whatever you're spraying left in your lines. So that can be a bit of a pain in the butt when you're working with the larger hoses. I do enjoy those Petra ones, and that's kind of what I've been using for our microbial spray and our sulfur applications, the herbal solution as well included, but we have separate sprayers. Anything with the Jadam sulfur that we use, we have a dedicated sprayer for, and that's advised because sulfur and microbes don't get along well, and that would just be a ton of unnecessary work to have to be trying to clean to the level of precision in which you're not going to be shooting yourself in the foot by using the same sprayer. For that, just FYI, we've got the HD 3000 or 3500 maybe. So it's I think a 3 or 3.5 gallon backpack sprayer, a bit more manageable, doesn't come on a cart, just has a little short reel. All the fittings and everything are I want to say cross-platform because we've been gaming talk recently so much, but the pieces are interchangeable. So that's good. And then another thing we've been working for is we ordered these specific nozzles, little rabbit hole, that will make things really, really foamy because that's the true efficacy of most of these insecticidal properties. Let's say for any of these, well, not any, but most of these sprays, especially lots of the herbal solutions out there, can get a really good foam that allows it to encompass the insect of choice, and generally you can suffocate them and all the good things that come with it. So we want to try and modify these sprayers to fit those nozzles because the current nozzles don't quite do the same thing we're looking for. It's a specific Yamaha nozzle out of, I believe from the Japan pesticides, but sorry on that rabbit hole. And now kind of back more to your direct question. So out here, we do spray for our applications, and then I hand water 5 gallons of water once a week over every 3 foot by 3 foot area. So every meter squared gets 5 gallons of water once a week. I got 60 meters squared, so it takes 2 50-gallon barrels full. So that's about 20 trips. So it's not the end of the world. I'm young enough and able to I'm in good enough health to be able to do so. And then I get a nice close look at everything. But same thing, I don't like walking through my walkways and everything, carrying buckets of fertilizer water, so be it. And when I say fertilizer, I'm talking like liquid fertilizers that we've made from plants around and all this, other natural inputs that we have produced. But I don't want to be walking over our beds and everything with that because weight to the beds is no good. So same thing, to upgrade, I want to get a system similar to the trial or demonstration farm, not trial, the demonstration farm Youngsing has. And that would be a large res for our water. We could have a Jadam mineral water in ideal situations. Then I'll have a smaller one for the Jadam microbial solutions, and then another one for the Jadam liquid fertilizers, where we'll just have like the main grass clipping fertilizer, and then I can add in small amounts of the additional ones as we please. It'll make life so much easier. I won't have to go out there weekly and do such extensive trips. I'll be able to simply add the specific liquid fertilizers and additional fertilizer. Well, all the liquids are additional, but add the specific additional fertilizers and the JMS, open the valve and let them rip. And then it'll be set up in a manner in which they'll drip over a few hours per specific area. And that's the best way to deliver said microbes to the area. Or one of the better ways. Let's say there is no best necessarily, even though there probably is. Ideally, you do that for your larger systems. If you start exceeding a couple acres, or you're just really working on a budget, you're in a third world country, you don't have access to all these things, you work with the weather. It can be done in a very simple manner. There's kind of like the minimums you would follow if you don't have those restrictions, and which is like once every, I think, minimum 10 to 14 days. You wouldn't want to do any less than 14-day applications. And there's certain dilutions you can get away with using that you'll still see great benefit. So you'd stick to that. But once you start worrying about, you have no water to use, you can only work with the rain. It's very difficult to get a large amount of any sort of water, nonetheless soft water, which is recommended for making your Jadam microbial solutions. We have our Jadam mineral water, which is just, leaf mold, soil, and rocks, and a couple, just a simple setup to purify this water. So it's not done in a horrendous amount of work, or any sort of cost. That's the whole point of it, is ultra low cost. So once you know it's going to rain, once you are able to be in tune with your region's forecast and weather prior to the rain, you would apply your JMS straight via just whatever sprayer. That would be your cost, to have some form of a sprayer on this large, theory plot. You go out there prior, one, maybe multiple people. You have your spray system, you spray everything straight. And once the rain comes and soaks everything in, as long as there's enough rain, you still get the same benefits. On these very large scales, you would not be adding many inputs at all. Like I've got a whole bunch of additional fertilizers and going out there and doing foliar over the whole stuff, weekly, so on and so forth. That wouldn't be as obtainable or as, realistic to do on these large scales. So you go out and you have a specific way to treat pre-planting, right after, post-planting, and then you watch, you treat as you need to, and generally you won't need to. And when I say treat, that would be say for aside from your preliminary couple treatments for sort of pests, so on and so forth. Know your area, know the environment. When things generally come around, you kind of have a lead on them and start early. So without going too much further and rambling anymore, try my best not to go because it's definitely what's popping into my mind. So without going too much further and losing it, that's kind of the way now from where I'm at with my understanding, which I'm learning every day. And the more you learn, the less you know. There it is. So the more we learn, I'm sure I'll find new ways to talk about this and, better ways to illustrate it. But so far, I think that's a decent representation of how you deal with it on a larger scale. And then the same with the smaller scale. To get that drip system is really the main thing. It's not super extensive. There are now recently on the Jadam YouTube page, like on their YouTube mainly, horrible with some of the terms here. I'm at a loss for words, but just go to the Jadam page on YouTube. They've got a section, if you scroll down, that's got all the needed tools for going through the practice essentially, but for the supplies for making the sulfur, the supplies for doing any of the like boiling down the herbal solutions, your supplies for setting up all the irrigation, which is huge. So you can pretty much go through, see exactly what you need, have somewhat of a instructional video as to how to make this work, and then proceed forward. And it'll be really beneficial. Like right now, even the time I put in overall that's actually done gardening isn't that extreme. It's not that much. But in general, just because it's been the first like real season going hard at it, making all these inputs, doing all these additional ones that aren't required, I put a ton of time in, and there's a ton of information to obtain. And that's really the big area, is retaining all the information and getting exposed to it via different books and videos in different languages. And then there's like a Jadam website. And then if you are a donator or I'm not sure exactly how the membership works, but then you have access to even more information, and you can, reach out and speak with some of the founders, well, the founder, Young Sang specifically, and there's other educated people on there, but it's never ending, the amount of information. So I'd love to say it, the more we learn, the less we know. So things might change, and I'll just do my best to bring it up as it does. And if I misspeak, I'll try and amend that. But so far, that's the best I got for you on that subject. Though I'm sure I'm omitting quite a few things just on accident, because that's how my brain works.
Cool. Salty, I see you're always like talking about the Bitcoin and all that. That's all cool. And I don't know anything about that. I'm not into that. I really am not diversified in all of like that type of stuff. So that's something I don't really talk about on this show. Also, I really am not here to make money. So that's really not the subject of what we really want to talk about here. So just throwing that out there. Just not here for money. This is not the channel. This is not the chat to really talk about that. However, I will promote companies that are, cannabis, that are here to make money. That's okay. If you want to jump on and you have a company and you want to talk about it, that's all right. I'm just not versified in the Bitcoin thing stuff, but whatever. Drake does a little bit. My husband told me we bought some. I don't really know what we got. It's not my thing.
Oh, I'm going to bug you later.
I don't know. I don't get all that shit, but
it's whatever. Something that's not a horrible idea to pay attention to. But yeah, definitely not the crypto in the morning with Tara Lee.
Yeah. But it's okay. Don't. You're good, Salty. It's all good. I love y'all. It's okay. I like to have a conversation with y'all, but we really try and keep it about natural farming. I know that's basically who we all have here. We have amazing growers, y'all, amazing people that like to get high, and I like to get high with you. So let's have another dab, shall we?
Now that you say,
Shall we?
please.
Oh, well. I have some bucking to do. I got to get out and finish up shit today. My stepdaughter is coming into town. We got holidays coming up, we got, isn't Thanksgiving coming up like next week already? And like, wow, crazy.
Right. Yeah, I gotta get outside. I got trees to remove. I got plants to tend to. Oh my goodness, phone down, man down. I got.
Oh my God, did I tell you about I got more of wood chips, like pile.
I think you briefly mentioned it, but that's awesome.
I'll take a picture. It is like bigger than my room all put together.
What you gonna do with all those chips?
I have a big room and it's taller than my room and it's literally hot. It's like steaming. There's so much steam. It's totally combusting on the inside, coming out of it, already breaking down.
It might start combusting soon if you have a fire in your backyard. You'll know.
It's like literally heating. It's hot. Like I can put my hand in and heat up. I need to go put a thermometer and see what.
Yes, because what we do, we take the lazy do as nature does kind of direction with things. Our composting, our gunny sack composting is somewhat of a much simpler. I guess I wouldn't even want to say that because there's plenty of ways. Cold composting is the simplest way. You just leach it on a pile and let it rip and don't worry about the different stuff. But, with our way, we still kind of worry about what's in there and we put them in our little gunny sacks and spray them down with JMS and let it sit for a while. But I know you got to be somewhat careful. We had a barn burn down over here because their hay got wet. A good buddy of mine and fire.
Okay. They take that hay and they compact it into the bale and then they stack it.
Oh yeah, and then same thing if that gets wet, then it's got all
if
totally.
It's a certain moisture content, then it's gonna combust, and that whole stack. Once the hay stack's on fire, you can put that shit out. You gotta.
Oh no, it's like setting hay on fire. Yeah. It's. But just in case, I think it'd probably be a great idea to have a good idea of what the temperatures are doing deep in that pile, because who knows if it's as big as you're saying, it could be getting pretty warm.
Yeah, I should find out.
Hubby's gonna have one hell of a bonfire out back soon. Get the hot dogs, honey.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, huh?
Yeah, you'll have the whole block at your place for hot dogs and marshmallows.
All right, cheers, y'all.
Heating up, getting ready. I'm doing a couple red hots and letting it cool off. I forgot this is about a minute and 5, minute 10 banger, and I was going in at like 55 the first time and was like, holy smokes. Well, little spicy meatball.
I have a bigger banger on this than normal, than the one that comes on it. I want to get a little bit more high today. Have a little bit, take bigger dab.
You got your nice round bottom? I can't tell.
And I got a different one. And it's a little Chaz. It's a little Chaz, so I had to heat it up and get it clean.
Oops. That's okay. It happens. It's the best of us.
Yeah. That's the medium size. So I have a small banger, which is this one. See, here's the size difference. So here's the baby banger that's dirty and chazed. Here's the next size banger. It's dirty and chazed. And then here's the round bottom banger. So kind of big differences. And I don't have one of the squared off ones, or I'd show you one of those right now. But the carb caps are way different. So this is the difference in the carb caps. This fits on the two of them, and then this is the one for the other one. The little MJ Arsenal. Man, if I break this little one, I'm gonna have to buy another one. That little thing, that MJ Arsenal. This little thing, knock on wood, it's been ding, 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 ding across my tile floor. Ding, 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 ding. I'm like, oh shit.
You're not supposed to skip on stones.
I know, and it's made it. Can't believe it. The tractor
had something,
bucket
but I
would be
forgot.
steaming when we pulled a bucket full out. Yeah, of compost. Look.
Oh, carb cap. That's what I was going to say. Carb caps are freaking important. If you don't understand, if you're newer to dabbing and just, you know, like, let's see, little rabbit hole rundown. We started with titanium nail, little tiny titanium nail, and that would have a little dome over top of it. I suppose one could even say you started with like the glass nail, but I suppose we went right with titanium. That was the first experience. So you had this little titanium nail, you get red hot, you'd put your little dome over top that had a hole in the top, but it was a little bubble, and then you put your oil inside, red hot, and go in. Then we moved along and we've switched from all the different, we had the domeless nails, and then we switched over and we started finding like these quartz bangers, which were awesome. And then we've really got into it. Now there's some very scientific kind of bangers in a sense. They're getting pretty cool. And same thing with the carb caps. But what you'll find doing, you know, say dabs on dabs on dabs out of the same rig, but just switching up the pieces. Say you have the same rig, the same banger, then you just go through 10 different carb caps. You're going to find one or two that you just like more. And generally what that correlates to is they've got a much better seal for your specific banger. It's going to allow you to be able to have a cooler overall banger temperature, but it's going to seal it properly and then just use whatever little hole or whatever means the carb cap utilizes, if it's a directional airflow or not. Either way, it's going to seal nicely and allow you to get the lowest possible temperature, but still have the overall heat that's inside the banger distributed properly. And like, they're just, maybe that's not necessarily the right way. I might be explaining it a little too much in myself into a corner, but just like the way they fit and how some of them, like the, you know, we've got one of the JS directional caps here. It's kind of hard to see, but it's got, you spin it around. There you go. You spin it around and it's going to move the oil to different areas of your banger. And that's going to keep it in the, you know, oil naturally moves away from the hot area. And then you keep moving it around, aiding to that. And it's going to give you an equal kind of an effect and sensation. So that's generally how you can get the nicest one. And even with the D nails that are very expensive, the Fremwith one that just didn't have the proper carb cap, and like, it's just like hitting, like, you know, not quite, but it's down near like hitting the AliExpress one that I have with the poor carb cap. And they're just having a difference with like that precise little, like, you know, D-nail cap they have. It makes a huge difference. So sorry about my carb cap tangents, but they can be hit or miss for sure.
Yeah, that's all good. Carb caps are definitely important. Yeah, I think that's definitely.
That being said, this jar will work just fine for a carb cap too. You can, you know, it's one in row.
It's not as easy though. Like, yeah, like it's like, okay, so like, okay, so this round bottom one, like if I don't have this one that goes down in a little bit and like I can swirl it around, it's all messed up. Like you can't just put one over a round bottom banger because it doesn't swirl.
And the way I feel like that's, if you show the vertical angle of that banger, it's a pretty thick walled banger, right? Like, can you face like it's like the edges themselves are rather thick too. And I found that when I had that, I think exact banger, because I ordered the same setup. I had the exact same carb cap to my, you know.
I had to have this.
I had the, and without that carb cap, it just didn't seem to work properly. And I attribute it to how it's designed too, right?
It doesn't work. You have to have one that goes down in there and swirls around. You can't use any other carb cap with the round bottom bangers. That's the problem. If you have a round bottom banger, that's it.
And when we say,
oh my God,
when you say can't, it's you can, and like a fucking jar will still work. And if you're using the jar, you just move it around and kind of fuck around, but it's not the same.
This will literally not move. The oil will sit in that spot though. It will not move. Like
I had a little, I mean, this is another thing, inconsistency.
Okay, well, it kind of will, right? Yeah, if you suck really hard, but yeah.
Well, and it depends because these are not, more, how do I put it nicely? Because they're just cheap pieces, right? When we order from, when they're cheap rigs, they're mass produced. There's lots of inconsistencies that come on them. Lots of times you'll have like quartz on one side and then it'll meet like glass and shenanigans. But overall, it all gets the job done. But
I see people are talking about Discord and saying Discord's confusing. Discord is a little confusing. I will totally agree with you guys. But if you have any questions, I'm here to help you. DM me. I would gladly screen share my screen with you and show you exactly how to get in there, you know, and everything about it. I was just sitting here looking at it now. I've kind of got too many Discords that I need to take some of these off here. I was just looking. So I'll screen share this next time and we can go over the Discord a little bit with you guys. Also, we're invited to another Discord. Also, the Ocean Grown Discord, I forgot to mention, also has a server out there, which the Tropical Moon, which you all follow me. The Tropical Moon was what I grew from Vader and shrimp. And so we're also over in their Discord. We're hopefully going to have them on here pretty soon, have an interview with them soon too. Fumdor has one. Okay, cool. Yeah, everybody's got, you know, everybody has a Discord and everybody should be joining everybody's Discord. Like that's just a really awesome place. The problem is like, I hope some of these Discords are going to let other people link up with other people, because some people aren't that friendly and let you share your Discord with other people in their Discord. And if they're kind of not like that and don't want to get the cannabis community all together, then, you know, that's not very friendly. But most people are really good at sharing channels and stuff. We want to get a page over on our Discord so we can get a link for everybody to be able to put through their Discords over there as well. I am still learning Discord. Luckily, we've had an amazing friend that helped us with the back end of our Discord and all the information that was put in there, because we have so much information on our channel. You guys, if you want to look at Jadam, that's what's so cool about it. But if you like, all of that is too much. When you go in there and you open them, like it's kind of like if you like a screenshot of a file, like when you open a file, there's like all these files down below and then there's more files. So what you can do is just collapse the files. Like if you're not looking at that one, collapse it. And that makes it a little bit easier. So maybe if that kind of explains it a little bit for you. And then the voice chats, there's the speaker by the ones that allow voice. And then I think there's just hashtags by the ones that are, the hashtags like you're basically for envelope, basically is your folder, which is confusing, all those hashtags.
Yeah, there's definitely learning to it. I was confused the first time. And like, it's cool. And I mean, there's multiple ways to look at it, but say like in Lem's Discord, when I first jumped in, they've upgraded and got the juice box fucking feature, which is dope. But when you jump in, it could be on potentially depending the time, and you have like, it's a personal thing. Like you just have to click on the little jukebox box, and then you have the option to mute it or deafen it or turn it down to whatever you want, and you know, go from there. But I had no idea when I first jumped on, and it just coincidentally happened to be playing some DMX. And I'm like, this has to be me. So I'm going through all my tabs looking for it, thinking I'm blaring everyone with like some music. And then I finally figured out it was this jukebox. And I'm like, oh, okay. So there's a learning curve for everyone. Don't worry.
Yeah, that jukebox. I was so mad at the jukebox. I was like, why is there some guy blaring his music every time I go in there? I can't figure out who it is. And how do you talk over it? Like, how are they talking over all that music? It's just loud. And it was stupid me. It was a jukebox. It wasn't a person. Good morning, Elka. Nice to see you. How's harvest? Hope you went well. Hello, Raider Dank Vader. Is that really Vader? No, it's not Vader. It's just Raider. What's up? Cheers, everybody.
Dank Vader.
Raider Dank Vader. I like it. Cheers, Lobster. How are you guys? What's up? Well, I say we take another dab and then we say goodbye to all these amazing, lovely chatters out there. And we'll be back in on Wednesday, hopefully, with a Breeders Cast with Lemon Hoko. I don't know who he has on Wednesday. Did he say? I don't know.
I've got a good suspicion, but you'll
Okay.
have to check out the NW47 Discord for the Breeders' Cast at 2 p.m. Pacific time this Sunday, and hear it for yourself, right from the horse's mouth, from Lemon, the man himself, and the exciting guests they've got lined up. And hopefully, as we said, we'll be bringing back for a recap, a double down, and get any of those additional questions we didn't have time to, address at the Sunday show. Lemon will have that chance to come back and really double down, and we'll get our questions in. We'll get to know the guests a little more, as we so much like.
And maybe we'll actually get Mr. Funny on, Mr. Funny Farms.
Oh,
putting on a spot if you're still in chat.
You mean Famous Farms?
Famous Farms, famous funny, famous. Cheers, y'all. And anybody else that would like to come on and do an interview, if you've got something unique or you've got a business that you'd like to show off, I'm totally down. Let's have a chat. Let's hang out. Let's Zoom. If y'all want to hang out for another 30 minutes, at least, I'm going to leave the Zoom link up there and I'll be here for another 30 minutes. I'm going to probably be getting some bags ready to press. I'm going to press some flour this morning. I wish I would have gotten it ready and I would have done some presses live for you guys, but I was a little late getting up this morning because somebody's been gaming. I gamed with Cam yesterday.
How was that? How'd that go? You have a good time? You level 50
Dude,
yet?
I'm in the 40s. I'm in level 40 on Battlefield. 40, 42. If any of you guys game out there, come play. I play PS4. I know, crazy. I have not gamed forever. I cannot believe I am playing a war game. I don't, however, like that they have it against the US and Russia. I don't like that we talk about war against people. I would rather have it war against teams, like just it's a sport and it's against color. It's against the red team or the pink team or the blue team or the black team or the green team or the pink team or the whatever freaking team you want to be. Just be a color or something else, because I don't really like us fighting amongst the world. We all live in one world, and if we're fighting in this one world, we're like ruining our nature and ruining everything around us. So I don't know. It would just be nice if we could just change those thoughts and learn from our ancestors. They kind of fucked up. We can do better.
So that means you were able to cross play with Cam, right? How?
Because Cam has an older Xbox.
Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was just curious.
Yeah. So if you have the same cross-platform Xbox, you can game with one another, which is really fun. I think in the future, I'm going to call it, in the future, all games are going to be cross-platform. You're not going to have, I want this, it's going to be like a phone, right? Where we all have the same apps. It's going to be really close. I think that's what it's going to come down to. So, yeah. I know, Tara the Gamer. I know, Bigo. Isn't that funny? Laugh my ass off. I know, too funny. Okay, one more rip. Here we go. Heating up for y'all if you want. We're gonna go in one last time. Drake's gonna go in here right now. I'm gonna go in here in about 30. So heating up if you want to catch up. Heat. I do have a Twitch account. You want me to Twitch it? If you guys want me to Twitch, I will. I totally will. Or if you want me to YouTube it, if anybody wants me to YouTube live my Battlefield game, I will do it. If I figure out how to do it, I'll try. Sure, if you want to. If you don't want me to, I won't, because believe me, I'm not very good. And it's rather embarrassing. I'd rather not. But I'd do it for y'all. I'd embarrass myself just for you. Oh my God, it would be embarrassing too. I literally was playing with those guys and I couldn't get up a wall the other day and I got killed. Oh, it was sad. Cheers, everyone.
Hey, Yeah, as long as you're able to detach and have a good time and relax and get what you need out of it, and maybe learn, get a little dexterity going. Hey, Pooch, I'm coming to say hello. Be a little bugger. As long as you're having fun, that's what
I love
matters.
your doggy.
Looks like he's in a little bit of a mood.
John says, blow clouds. We're hot boxing the universe. Yes, baby.
You feisty puppy.
Got it, John. Blow them clouds. All right. Well, I'm wishing y'all peace, love, and happiness today. Whatever, you float your boat, get out there and do it. Go have some fun today. Go have some laughs. Yeah, because who knows what we'll be doing. But hey, if you want to hang out here after the live for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I'll sing it. We're going to stay here till 10:30 my time. And if you want to come hang out, and you don't have to be live with us, it's not recorded. You can come hang out for a bit. And Drake, any final words?
Thank you so much for tuning in.
All right, guys. See y'all on Wednesday. Cheers.
Peace and love.
Or Wednesday? It's today Wednesday. No, today's Saturday. Wednesday and Saturdays. We'll see you then. Bye.